Good evening, dear students. 1 second.
In the last 6 months, we have helped hundreds of Indian professionals like you, chartered accountant,
Just 1 minute, the file is opening. Hello, all of you. All your preparation is going super fine, right? I'm not asking how is your preparation going on. I know it's going fine. So many of you connected with me today afternoon also that you've completed DTIDT, you're preparing law, or you've started preparing for the first exam. Fine. We are together right now for MCQ marathon for DT and IDT. Already the PDF is sent to all of you in the groups, right? So you can download that, take a printout, and these MCQs are very good. The best part of doing the MCQs for DT, IDT, more than 175 MCQs are there. Even I was calculating that average, it will be a 2.5 hours or 3 hours or whatever required session, because I'll be explaining you the concept also. And the best part is, in the way of MCQ, you will revise very important thing which is required for DT as well as GST, that is IDT. Last time permits, I'll surely take up at least 8 to 10 customs MCQ, very important. Acha, apart from this, there's a custom playlist wherein one shot you can prepare the whole custom material is also available. DT also one shot revision video, marathon, separate also one MCQs only for DT I have taken. Costing MCQs are there. Costing all theory questions are there, right, at one place. Formulas. So lot of links which are helpful for the exam I'm posting in the WhatsApp and Telegram. So do share it with your friends also. Okay, right? Just check the link there. Each and every link is helpful. All the MTPs and for December 24 January 25, May 25 का तो अभी नहीं है, but these MTPs, RTPs are solved. There's a separate playlist for MTPs of costing CMA, MTP of costing CA. And this lecture now is going to be helpful for inter and final all the students, because residential status, house property, business head, very nice MCQs are there where you will revise the concept. Same way with time of supply, value of supply. There's a trend that few topics, they are coming for MCQs only. So with the MCQs, I'll tell you the alert sign also, how to check it in the exam, and we will revise the concept also. Yes, of course, one more last thing. Already I have completed the paper pattern for CMA exam in the MTP's DT separate costing. Same way for CA exam also, there's a separate video in YouTube. So if you feel lot of effort is done and you are actually understanding and connecting with me, then surely share this with at least 5 of your friends and hit the like button now itself. I don't need to tell you at the end कि अच्छा लगे तो like करो, share करो, subscribe करो, notify करो till your exams at least. Okay? Blessings and wishes. Anyone wants to connect directly, they can. I'll share my number also here now. Okay, so here we begin with the first MCQ, right? Charging of the income. Yeah, first we will be doing DT, then IDT. Anyone is having any confusion or anything you want to say, please connect with me. Charging of income of the previous year in the same year. It is not mandatory for shipping business, person leaving India, association formed for a particular purpose, then it is discontinuation of the business. Okay. Okay, I took the sheet in which already the answers are there, bold. Otherwise, we can discuss it, but more important is the way we learn is the concept. Right. AB was born in England. So if there is a discontinuation of the business, right, then you can file your return from April to August. August 24, 23, you closed your business. So April to August, you can file the return now also, next year also. Rest all mandatory previous year and assessment year is same. Now, AB was born in England. His parents were born in India. His grandparents were born in South Africa. Okay. His parents were born in India. So he is a person of Indian origin. Okay. He's a person of Indian origin. If any of his parents or grandparents are born in India, right? Okay. But he himself is born in England and grandparents are also from South Africa. So he's a person of Indian origin, foreign national, artificial or citizenship से तो मतलब ही नहीं है. The confusion is in this too. He is said to be of Indian origin if he or any of his parents are born in undivided India and he himself is also from India. Then he is said to be of Indian origin. But he is born in England. Grandparents are also in South Africa. So he will be a foreign national. If there is any confusion for anyone, ask me, because there are some I have marked where I feel different answer is correct or it's incomplete. So we will do the correction also and we will complete it also. Income which is accruing in Japan, received also there, is taxable only in case of resident and ordinary resident. World income is taxable. Otherwise, income accruing in Japan, received in Japan, why it should not be taxable in India? It is going to be taxable, right? Now, out of following, which one is a capital receipt? Which one is not a capital receipt? In short, which one is the revenue or the income? Dividend on investment, bonus shares. Bonus share is the capital receipt. Sale of technical know-how is a sale of the fixed asset. So it's a capital receipt. Compensation received on vacating a business. So dividend is not a capital receipt because it's revenue. It's income. Which of the following is casual income? Dividend, winning from lotteries, interest received, and pension. All these three are taxable in income from other sources, even this one. But this is a casual income. Lotteries and gaming, this time added is online big gaming, right? KBC winning, all this is taxable here. Okay, right. 1 second, dear students. Next, which of the following receipt is not included in the term income under the head Income Tax Act? Okay, it's not an income. Profit and business is income. Profit in lieu of salary, salary income. Dividend is income. Reimbursement of traveling expenses is you have incurred the expense and they have reimbursed. So it's not your income. Okay, right. Tell me, are you comfortable this way or you want to do it without the answers? We have both the sheets. Whichever is helpful, we can go for that. Yeah, 1 second. A person is said to be a person of Indian origin if he or either of his parents or either of the grandparents were born in undivided India. He or his parents, right, or siblings to Haini, or he was born in India. So he or his grandparents, which were born in undivided India. Okay, he's said to be of Indian origin. Then maybe you had a doubt ki why then he's not of Indian origin, because he himself was born in England. So if he is born outside India, he's a foreign national. Income which is received in India. Okay. Income received, deemed to received, accrued, deemed to accrue. These 4 cases, income is taxable in all the cases. Resident, non-resident and non-resident. Sab mein kyun? In all the SSCs. Why? Because first receipt is only in India, then even non-resident should pay tax. An individual is said to be resident in India if he has a house in India. He is in India for more than 182 days. He is in India for 30 days or more. 30 days नहीं होता. अगर ये 60 days or more and 365 days in 4 preceding, तो ये correct होता. Or his parents are Indian citizen. So obviously the condition is he should be in India for 182 days or more. Okay, right. Next, incidence of the taxation depends on what? Incidence of taxation, matlab on what income you should pay tax in India has got nothing to do with your citizenship. Yeah, accommodation, marriage status, it all depends on residential status. If you are resident and ordinary resident, world income, you have to pay tax in India. If you are non-resident, only income received, deemed to received, accrued, deemed to accrued. Like that, you have to decide. Which of the following is an agricultural income? Very nice question. Whichever I feel are important can be asked in MCQ or for CA students case scenario. These MCQs are very important for all the students. Which of the following is an agricultural income? Dividend paid by company who's having agricultural income? No. But a partnership firm giving share of profit to a partner and firm is doing agricultural income, then partner's income will be agricultural income. Income from supply of water by SSE from a tank in agricultural land? No. Because you're not doing farming. In your farm, you have just put pumps and you're supplying water to other farms. It's taxable. Interest received by money lender in the form of agriculture. I have given you loan. You go give me the interest on loan in cash form, okay? Or you give it to me not in the cash form, but you give it to me the agricultural produce form. It's okay, but that doesn't mean ki instead of giving interest in cash, you are giving interest in the form of 1,000 rice bag. That doesn't mean I'm having agricultural income. It's interest on loan, very well taxable. I hope my justification is clear. Yes? Let me know. Keep commenting in chat box whether you're watching live or recording. Okay, chalo. In case of an SSE engaged in business of manufacturing of T. Okay. At his agricultural income. Okay. If a person is manufacturing tea, his agricultural income is 60% of total receipts, 60% of the income, nil or 40%. Actually, they have given here nil. That's what is printed, but actually it should be 60% of the income. 60% of the income is agricultural income and exempt, and 40% of income is the taxable income. Okay, so they have asked you agricultural income and it is 60%, not nil. Please do the correction. Yeah, agricultural income is exempt, and don't take 60% of the total receipt. 60%, first you calculate the income of the tea manufacturing, and final income 60% is exempt, 40% will become taxable. Income from saplings will be agricultural income, business income, partly agricultural, partly business, and all. It will be complete agricultural income. An individual aged 28 years born in India left for the first time for employment in France on 30th of October 23. Okay. He visited, his visit outside India is for the first time. What will be his residential status for 24-25? Now, the first time he left on October 23. Are you all ready with your calculators also? And printout of this also? Check then. 30 October को भी count करेंगे. 30 days of April plus 31 of May plus 30 of June plus 31 July plus 31 August plus 30 September and October 30. He is in India for 213 days. He's satisfying the first basic condition, and he's definitely satisfying the two additional conditions, because first time he is going out. So out of the last 10 years, 2 years he will be resident. Out of the last 7 years, 730 days he will be. He's satisfying, है ना? So he will be resident and ordinary. This is MCQ, dear students. Just write the answer for the MCQ. Okay, right. Yeah, one second. But one thing is clear. If this comes as question answer, make sure you write the conditions first. Income of 3 lakh is received in Sri Lanka by an ordinary resident of India, but later on 50,000 is remitted to India. So 3 lakh is received in Sri Lanka, but he is a resident and ordinary. Even though it is received in Sri Lanka, world income is taxable, so the whole 3 lakh. Ma'am, later on, remittance is never an income. Okay? I hope clear to all of you. An individual is said to be resident in India in the previous year, in which February month has 29 days. If he is in India for a period of 182 days or more, or 60 days or more, and 365 days in the 4 years. Yeah, right. Now, next, Mr. X. Mr. X is engaged in growing and manufacturing of tea in India. His income from the activity is 1,40,000. Yeah. And his agricultural income will be, okay, 1,40,000 is the total income. Uska 60%. 1,40,000 ka 60%. 84,000, 60% will be agricultural income. Last question, it was wrong. Hope you all have also done the correction. Save this material, share it with your friends, and you can use it for all the 25 exam. 24 December also. Hardly there is any change now. And if needed, again, May 25 ke pehle aur hoga. Which of the following is not taxable under the head salary? Remuneration paid to lecturer of a college for setting a question paper. Oh, you are not the employee of university, but like honorarium, you are getting the money. It will be taxable in income from other source. Salary given to members of parliament, other source. Commission received by employee directors, salary. So what is not taxable in salary? Both 1 and 2. Answer is not A and B. Both 1 and 2. Okay. If a domestic servant is engaged by the employer and salary is paid by him, the perquisite is taxable in the hands of all employees, not taxable in the hands of specified, taxable in the hands of specified employee. Yeah, who's drawing salary above an amount. Okay, my concentration is more on the help I want you to do, how to analyze. Okay, if you feel answers are printed and so not encouraging, then we'll go with other format. Please honestly give your review which one is helpful. Which of the following is taxable under the head salaries? Salary received by a member of the legislature, no, ये तो other source में जाएगा. Family, other. 1 and 2, no. Commission received by employee director, ये रहा. So are you getting different ways? So much knowledge is revised that if a director of a company is getting commission as a part of employee salary from the company, yeah, it will be taxable under salary, even though we call it as commission paid to directors. Who among the following is a specified employee? The employee who draws salary 15,000 per month. Okay. Person who's having more than 10% voting right, he's to said to have substantial interest, right? And a director of a company is also specified employee. Ye bhi hai. So the answer is D bit. See, you feel A is correct, you feel B is correct, but the answer is D bit. I hope clear to all of you. Answer is D bit. 1 second, huh? Screen is not moving. Let me see. Till how much we have done? 21. The answer is both. NAV of self-occupied property will be treated as fair rent, nil, reasonable expected rent as received by municipal taxes, none of the above. Okay. It is a self-occupied property. So GAV and NAV is always nil. A house property which is located outside India, rental income is taxable in routine. So taxable in the hands of all employees, taxable in the hands of non-resident SSE, taxable in the hands of resident and ordinary resident or exempt. So house property is located outside India. If the rent is received there, why the resident but not ordinary and non-resident? Why they should pay tax? Property is in London, rent is received in London. Only person who will pay the tax is resident and ordinary resident. Following SSEs can be considered, following SSE can consider house property as self-occupied. Any two of your properties you can take as self-occupied. More than two you have, it will be treated as deemed let out. So who has got this benefit of treating two properties as self-occupied? GAV nil, NAV nil. Only interest on loan is allowed up to 2 lakh. Hai na? For whom? Individual and HUF. Okay. Which of the following deductions are not allowed in case of deemed to be let out? First of all, what is deemed let out? More than two properties, if you are having self-occupied, it is treated as deemed let out and you have to pay the tax on notional income. Okay, right. Which of the following are not allowed in as deduction? New construction allowance, nahi milta. Repairs, nahi milta because it's deemed let out. Yeah. So instead of repairs, you are already giving 30% standard deduction. Vacancy allowance possibly नहीं है because the property is not let out vacancy. All the above. So actually deemed let out property is the third self-occupied property. Any two can be treated as self-occupied. More than two, if you have 5 self-occupied property, the remaining 3 will be treated as deemed let out property. Okay, right. I'm going little with the good speed, not fast. 175 MCQs marathon we should complete with understanding. So hope you all are cooperating and very clear. Chalo. Which of the following is not allowed as deduction while computing business income? Loss incurred due to theft allowed. Anticipated future losses like provisions, reserves not allowed. Loss due to white hands, loss due to accident. These are all actual loss due to embezzlement. All these are allowed. Yes. Preliminary expenses that can be amortized has to be restricted to 5% of the cost of the project. Expenditure on family planning, देखते से it is allowed only to company. Revenue expenditure, 100% allowed. Capital expenditure, 1/5 allowed every year for 5 years. In case of loss, a partnership firm may claim deduction in respect of remuneration to partner, okay, to the extent of, okay, if there is a loss, generally up to 3 lakh, it is 90%. Greater than 3 lakh, it's 60%. But suppose if my profit is like peanuts, 10,000. So can I not pay salary to the working partner? Answer is it is paid. It is double. It is 1,50,000. So first 3 lakh tak, 90% of the book profit or 1,50,000, whichever is lower. Whichever is lower. 1 second, 150 or actual remuneration, whichever is higher it should be. In the break, I will also check. You also check. Just today morning, I was teaching this for the next financial. All limits are doubled and changed. Even the salary standard deduction now is 75. So 2 years changes. That too, this time the budget came in July 24. Little difficult. So there might be confusion because this completely revamped. We'll check. 150 and actual remuneration is light, but I remember whichever is higher or lower. Take them. Chalo. Capital gain. Yeah. Allowed. Will be capital gain under section 54 will be exempt. Is house property under transfer is held for. Okay. One house property you sell and another you buy, it will be exempt if it is a long-term capital gain. So for long-term capital gain, house property should be held less than 12 months, more than 12, less than, no, more than 24 months, 2 years and above. 2 years and above, the house property should be occupied. Capital gain. All right, how's the score? Check. You feel you want to shift to this, then we will shift to 31. थोड़े अब बिना देखे करते हैं. Do share it with others and please give a feedback. Lot of one-shot revision videos, playlist, बहुत कुछ किया है. चलो. Personal effects in capital gain, personal effects does not cover immovable property, drawings and jewelry. Personal effects are not a part of the capital asset. So personal effects like your home, car, home furniture is exempt. इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स, AC, प्रोजेक्टर, रेफ्रिजरेटर, OTG, ये सब exempt है personal effect. But personal effect excludes immovable property, drawing, jewelry, sculpture, painting, that becomes taxable. So answer here is not all this. Answer here is all of the above. All of the above. Clear? Chalo, next. Profit on sale of rural agricultural land. It's not urban, it is rural agricultural land. If you sell, it's not taxable. It is not taxable at all because it's a rural agricultural land. Not taxable under that capital gain, but under other source. No, not taxable, as it is not considered a capital asset only. Rural agricultural land is not considered as a capital asset only. है ना? चलो. Cost of acquisition of self-generated asset is nil. Goodwill to nil hai, and it is not even depreciated. Root permit, lumas. Today also these self-generated assets, the cost is nil, except bonus shares. Bonus shares, the cost is nil today. But before 1st April 2001, we used to take the fair market value. Yeah. So what is the cost of self-generated asset? Always nil, except bonus shares issued before 1st April 2001. Okay. Next. While computing taxable interest on delay in the compensation, when my property is acquired compulsory and I received interest on enhanced compensation, it will be taxable under other source with 50% deduction, enhanced compensation. Provision of section 56 to 10. 56 to 10. That is gift. It is applicable to all SSEs, corporate, individual or individual NHF. All the SSEs. All the SSEs, it is applicable. Okay, right. While computing the income from other source, deduction is not allowed for personal expenditure, not deductible. Direct taxes. Interest payable outside India with all the above. Matlab from other source, you can't deduct personal expense. Expenses which are allowed in section 57 are only deductible. 58 is what is disallowed in business head is disallowed here. So from other source, you cannot deduct personal expense, you cannot deduct income tax, you cannot deduct the interest payable outside India. Okay. Gift which is received by individual in certain circumstances is not taxable. Okay. When one of them is any gift received from family friend, it's not taxable. Any gift received on occasion of marriage, not taxable. Any gift received on occasion of the marriage of the individual, all of them are allowed. All of them are allowed. Clear? If you can comment while watching this video, it's really going to be helpful. 32 minutes are over and 37 we have done, and we have to go by 175. Little straining it is because there is no break कि आप ये copy करो 2 मिनट में पानी पी के आती हूँ हवा खा के आती हूँ. And today morning also I had a marathon when I completed business head and started with the next topic. Chalo. Individual purchased a painting on 111 5 lakh with a fair market value 525. Income taxable under 56 to 10. See, 5 lakh 25,000 painting. Why did you purchase in 5 lakh? It's 25,000 difference. But it's not going to be taxable because amount is less than 50,000. Very beautiful, Googly. Nil. This will be the answer. 25,000 difference will be taxable? No. Nil, as this is not a gift. No, definitely it's a gift. but it's not taxable because the difference is not exceeding 50,000. Clear? Uncommuted pension which is received by employee. Uncommuted pension, you can all write, it's like monthly pension received by government employee, is exempt, is taxable, partially taxable for all. Blind answer, you can say it is taxable for all. Salary received by partner of a firm, business income. Yeah. Next, interest which is credited to statutory provident fund. Yeah, it is fully exempt, fully taxable, or what? Fully exempt. But interest which is credited to RPF, it is exempt up to. Now see, these are the MCQs ki aap baki option dekho. But this is like the question and answer which you do so perfectly for solving 8 marks salary question. That's why I'm saying you all should do these MCQs. It's a beautiful practice to revise the whole portion. That SPF interest is fully exempt, government oriented as statutory. And if it is your own fund and you have got it recognized, then it's our policy. So what we will do, interest is exempt up to 12% of the salary. Okay. The basis of chargeability of income under the head income from house property. So house property income, where does it start? Rental value, annual value, fixed government ka rent, none of the annual value. Annual value. Okay, right. Check now. Is this way what we are doing is clear to all of you? I am putting more emphasis rather than asking, ab aap bolo kya hai, and then I doing. We all don't have that much time. Still 1 minute, one question. So 175 MCQs we are doing together. Okay. So my concentration is on answering and understanding the concept. Okay. 44, I feel it is incomplete. See, earlier I gave you the answer that agricultural income was 60%. I made the correction. Now see, A borrowed 5 lakh at 12% on 1st April for construction, which was completed on 15th of March 2024. Whenever construction is completed in between the year, then pre-construction period will end on 31st March prior to that year. Yeah. So 1st April 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19 year ending, 20, 21, 22 and 23. Ma'am, why not 24? No, that's our running year. So right now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5 lakh into 12% into 8 years. This is your pre-construction interest. 5 lakh into 12 into 8. 480. And divide by 5. 96,000. Yeah. Deduction of interest. But 96,000 is the pre-construction interest. And it's correct. Nowhere they have given that the loan is still unpaid. So what will be the current year's interest? 96,000 is the pre-construction interest. What is the current year's interest? Current year का interest क्या होगा देखो. 60,000. One second, dear students. Check the answer for yourself. Yes, it will be 96,000 is the pre-construction interest. And because the loan is not yet repaid, okay, March 24, the construction is over. Current year's interest we do take, but here we are not taking because till March 24 the construction, तो 15 दिन के लिए क्या interest लेंगे? So they have not taken the interest. Otherwise, what will be the current year's interest? Yes, because you took pre-construction interest till 31st March prior to the completion. That's 31st March 23. So 24 का जो interest है 5 lakh into 12%, 60,000. That will come under current year's interest. मिला के 2 lakh is the upper limit for self-occupied property. Okay. All right. Let us take the next one. Because by revising these, no, you will also revise the what do you say, the concepts. Okay, that's why it's very good to do MCQs, and plus the variety. It's not like all the MCQs of house property, then all the value of supply, then all the ITC, SNA, they're all mixed up purposely. Some received by the employer from the key man insurance policy. It will be exempt, it will be taxable. Where? Actually, sum is received by employer from the key man insurance policy. Then it should be taxable under business income. If sum is received by employee, then it will be taxable under salary. If sum of key insurance policy is received by the family member, then it will be taxable under other source. Okay? Cost of acquisition of ESOP. You will take fair market value on date of offer, exercise or vesting period. Just then they declare it. Fair market value on the date of exercise of the option. Not the date of offer, not the date of the vesting period. This is there in accounts also. Capital gain arising from urban agricultural land बिल्कुल taxable है. Urban agricultural land. Taxable, exempt if acquired by RBI. Yeah, this is also right. Section 1037. If I have an agricultural land in the heart of the city and if I sell it, definitely I have to pay the capital gain. Okay. But here they have clearly said it will be exempt if suppose for Shamshabad airport in Hyderabad, the farmland was acquired by central government and the sale consideration which they gave to farmers to acquire their land, it was in the form of compulsory acquisition. So that will be treated as exempt if acquired by RBI and the rates of the property are decided by central government. Where the entire block of asset is transferred after 36 months, still it is short term. When you transfer the depreciable assets, there is no term called as long term. It will always be short term. Exemption under section 54F shall be allowed only if on the date of transfer. What is 54F? You sell anything and you buy house. So you will get this exemption. Yeah. Exemption shall not be allowed if the SSC own on the date of the transfer owns. Yeah. You sell anything and you buy a house, but you should not have more than one house. And you are buying one more house. But don't buy the third house, otherwise this exemption will be revoked. And the house which you have purchased, you cannot sell it for 3 years because your capital gain is exempt. Income under the head income from other sources is taxable on due basis receipts on the basis of method of accounting regularly followed by organization. So there are total 175 here. We quickly complete with the first lot of 50 MCQs. We are taking a break exactly of 5 minutes. Assemble back and do share it with your friends if you feel lot of concepts are getting revised in the form of MCQ. We'll continue after 5 minutes. All right, we are all back. Anyone is having any doubt, please ask. Until now, we have completed 50 MCQs, all related to residential property, residential status, house property, business side, yahan tak. Abhi tak we have not reached the deductions. Okay, right, chalo. So pay attention on the explanation what I am giving so that you are able to do it. Yes. Now, winning from lotteries, crossword puzzle, horse races and all. It is a casual income. So it is always fully taxable. Yeah, that's the answer. It's going to be fully taxable. You know, in these casual income, no basic exemption, no expense allowed, no ATC to ATO, no set off of the other heads. Yeah, now Adi received 70,000 from his friend on occasion of the birthday. What is going to be taxable? Entire 70,000. Once you received gift from person who is other than related, above 50,000 in cash or in kind in the form of property and all other than motor car, then everything is taxable. You can't say, ma'am, 70 में से 50 तक तो allow करो, remaining you tax. Okay? Commission received by a director of the company is charged under the head salary. Yeah? Though he is receiving commission, but the directors are full-time employees of the company. So whatever they receive, it's going to be taxable under the head salary. Casual income. Sorry, dear, 1 minute. Check karo khud se. Try to answer, put the answer in the chat box. It's really helpful if you attend these sessions live. There's a different kind of energy. Many students, in spite of saying 2-3 days back, I plan and say 24 hours, they will not watch now and then they will watch recording. Of course, you will get all the benefit, but it's always different when you learn it live. Okay. Casual income received by SSC is always fully taxable. Now this and this was almost same. Ex minor daughter earned 50,000 from special talent. Will this income be clubbed? No, it will not be clubbed. Minor getting special talent income is not clubbed, right? Okay. Next then, income of arising of the minor married daughter. Minor married daughter, the treatment is same as minor daughter. It is clubbed in the hands of the income of parent who is having higher income. And in the parent also, so many times wife's income clubbed in husband. So first do mutual clubbing and then do the total. Whoever parent's income is higher, minor's income is taxable in the hands of the parent. Only one deduction allowed is 1,500 per child. Exemption is given under section 1032. Okay, right. Unabsorbed business losses cannot be carried for more than normally business losses cannot be carried for more than 8 years except unabsorbed depreciation which can be carried forward for indefinite. I'm doing little extra things also to help you to link up. It's okay if you're not able to recollect and now you're doing with me, no problem. 80 double JA biodegradable waste and all that dekhte se. Engaged in scientific research to 35. Industrial setup in backward area, no. This is the answer. And had it been 80 double J double A, then new employment. 80 TTA, market very, very important. 80 TTA. Yeah. How much deduction is allowed? 10,000. Your saving account and all bank account interest, saving ka. Huh? And for senior citizen, saving kahin ka bhi, post office, bank account, all is allowed up to 10,000. And if you're a senior citizen, 60 years and above, instead of 80 TTA, you can go for 80 TTB. There, how much interest is allowed to be deducted? 50,000. That's why they have given 50. Suna lag raha hai, lekin sab, it's all wrong answer. Advance tax is required to be paid by all the SSCs. Advance tax is required to be paid by all the SSEs. 1 second, dear students. Read. Up padho beta. Advance tax is required to be paid by all the SSEs only if estimated tax liability exceeds 10,000, right? 10,000 or more. Then only you have to pay the advance tax. Now, TDS is not required to be deducted under 194A if the interest amount does not exceed 5,000. 5,000 se zyada. If it is interest on bank and all, then the limit is 30-40,000. On salary, tax is required to be deducted at the time of payment. Generally, all the cases, what do you call it as interest, and all the cases, the TDS is deducted on due or payment, whichever is early. So many times interest is outstanding but not paid. Still TDS is deducted. But casual income hai, lottery hai, salary, these are the few cases where TDS is deducted only on payment basis. Very beautiful. Those who are good, I'm doing star marks so that you should repeat it once again. They can be asked. Where assessment has not been completed, revised return can be filed 9 months. March 24 ka December 24. 9 months. 9 months is the answer, and same. Where assessment has not been completed, belated income tax return can be filed by December 24. 9 months. Simple questions. Clubbing provisions 61.416 are applicable where asset is transferred for inadequate consideration to son's wife, daughter's husband, majors and major. Oh, son's wife, daughter-in-law, then it is clubbed. Okay. So with this, I'm doing lot of linking up and revision. So enjoy this class, not just from the MCQ point of view. What I'm teaching is very important. Like, see this. Married minor daughter also comes under the provisions as if she's a minor daughter, right? Okay. Now, as per section 64(1)(a), income accruing to minor shall be clubbed in the hands of father or mother or parent who is having the greater income. 67. Okay. This question is missing, but when we checked, it was income from speculation. It can be carried for 4 years. Okay. Maximum period for which speculation loss can be carried forward is 4 years. Okay. Even horse races and all. 80C, in respect of LIP, the contribution to PF is allowed only for individual or individual and HUF. Dono. You can pay PPF, LIC, LIP is life insurance premium. So PPF, LIC, you can pay for individual and HUF. Very important add-on you can write here. Tax saving FDs when you make, you have to do it in the name only of the individual SSE. If I do tax saving FDs in the name of my husband or my son, I will not get the deduction. ATD, Mediclaim premium. Okay, right. Here there is, check the answer. ATD is allowed if the premium is paid to life insurance. No, that is ATC. General insurance or any other insurance? Yes. Life insurance? No. None of the above? No. So just simple logic is, when you take health insurance, you are always paying the premium to General Insurance Corporation or other insurance, not life insurance. Had it been life insurance, dear students, it would be ATC. Is my speed fine or we are going fast? Please comment below. And really want you all to like, share and subscribe till your exam. Share it with others. And honestly, let me know if these efforts are helpful or not. One shot, marathon, MCQ, theory question, everything is done. All MTPs, RTPs for CA CMA until now are there in separate playlist. Okay? Rebate. Rebate under section 87A is allowed only for resident individual. Clear to all of you? Deduction under 80JJAA, I told you it is 30% of the salary for new workers employed. So it is allowed to whom? Indian company, none, no. Anyone, any SSC whose books of accounts are audited can take a benefit of 80JJAA. Okay, right. Maximum amount which can be donated in cash for claiming a deduction in 80G is up to 2000. Beyond 2000, if you donate, even if it is a registered charitable trust or Goshala or temple or mosque, you will not get a deduction. You have to make by account pay check online transfer. Up to 2000, you can donate in cash. Where the member of HUF has converted his self-acquired property for inadequate consideration in joint family, hodgepodge. One member, he transferred his property to from today, this property belongs to HUF. ऐसे थोड़ी होता है. So the income of that property which is merged with HUF will be taxable in the hands of the transferor. Member who is a transferor. Is this clear to all of you? Very beautiful. This is HUF, member, co-partners. A says, okay, from today this property belongs to HUF. Still income received will be taxable in the hands of A. After partition, whatever has gone to A and B, uske wife, it will be taxable. Chalo. Advance tax is payable. This is repeated again when the income exceeds 10,000 or more. Liability to deduct TDS in case of income from security arises. Interest के case में you have to deduct TDS on due basis or receipt basis, whichever is earlier. So credit of interest or payment, whichever is earlier. Okay, right. So out of 175, we have completed 76 MCQs which are related to DT. Now we are going to IDT, and please highly recommended this, because by this way you will revise so nicely. GST में जो चीज important है ना, in ITC, in value of supply and time, automatically you will revise with me right now. Okay, so for sure please watch this. Who is empowered to make the law matters contained in the list 2? State government, list 1, center, and list 3, both. ये questions repeat होते हैं. Even this one is very important. Power to make the laws in respect of GST are added in which article? 246A. 246A. Ma'am, we have also read 279A. 279A is power to talk about the GST council and all. Abhi to GST, how did they introduce? By adding article 246A. Indirect taxes are regressive in nature. Regressive means same for all. Income tax, direct taxes are progressive. Oh, you are earning above 5 crore, you can pay surcharge. Oh, your income is less than 5 lakhs, so jao, you can take a rebate. Followed. Which one of the following is not an example of indirect taxes? Which one of the following is not an example of indirect taxes? Okay. So GST is indirect tax, custom income tax. It's not an indirect tax. In case of indirect tax, the impact and the incidence of the tax fall on one person or different person, because it's a multiple point tax, yeah, destination based tax. Next, levy of indirect tax on goods and services may lead to inflation, deflation, reflection. Inflation, that's a feature, but it will be transparent. Levy and collection of indirect taxes, civic और CBDT, ये सब तो है ही नहीं. Civic, Central Board of Indirect Taxes and Custom. In pre-GST, excise duty have been levied by government, whereas VAT has been levied by dash government. Okay. Excise duty was by center and VAT was by state. हाँ, AP VAT, Maharashtra VAT, ऐसे अलग अलग state के VAT tax were there. Cascading effect means tax on tax. Tax on tax is nothing but cascading effect. Who is empowered to make the laws for matters contained in the list 1? Central government. If it is list 1, definitely it is central government. Yeah. GST ke questions are really, really good. So make sure you check them all. Items which will be taxable both in the excise also and now GST also. Motor spirit, no. Alcoholic liquor, no. Natural. ये तो तीन outside GST purview है. Tobacco and tobacco products. Excise duty is also levied and GST is also levied. Who is chairman and head of the GST council? Finance Minister. IGST extends to whole of India. So no need to read Jammu and Kashmir and all. Which of the following is the benefit of GST? Creation of unified national market, yeah. Boost to Make India initiative, reduction of the compliance, and buoyance of government revenue. Means, it will make it transparent. Actually, all of them are features also an advantage. But most important feature is reduction. It's very simplified. Output minus input, you pay tax, or you can go for composition. Composition is one of the important topic which you should learn. Definitely. Very, very important. Composition. Chalo, next. Clear until now? Which of the following taxes have been subsumed, closed? CST closed, excise duty and VAT also closed, but for few it is there, right? So answer should be all of them. Now generally you are not paying any of these taxes. India has chosen that dash model of dual GST. CGST bhi milega. It's a Canadian model, right? Constitution Amendment Act for GST was 101. We give 101 in envelope. Now I know it's like very simple, but अब ये पूछते हैं तो करना पड़ेगा आपको. Incidence of tax on tax is again called cascading effect. ये फिर से आ गया, repeated. UTGST is applicable when the goods are sold from the union territory. Yes. Goods are purchased by central government. No. Sold from one union territory to another. Yes, this is correct. Then you will charge CGST plus UTGST. CGST plus UTGST when goods are transferred from one union territory to another. If it is sold from union territory to center, then you will not charge the only UTGST, right? Interstate supply to kya charge hota hai? What do you charge? IGST. See, again this came. पढ़ो इसको, very important. Under which article of the Constitution GST Council has been constituted? Okay. GST has come 246A, but the Council of the GST 279A. 246A GST is formed. ये देखो, अभी हमने किया था ना, या power to make the rules. for the GST has been given by Constitution wide Article 246A. But rules and all for GST Council, yeah. Which article of Constitution? GST Council has been constituted 279A. And Constitution, which amendment it is? 101 rupees. Okay. So these three simultaneously you can remember. GSTN, right? It's a portal, no? GSTN network, we call it. It's a company, 51% government owned with paid up capital 10 crore, 50%, 100% government, 51% of government owned. Okay, right. Next, the term supply includes sale, transfer, barter, all. Section 7. Yeah, if it is for consideration, if it is related to business, recipient and supplier are not related, it's a supply. So it includes sale, transfer, barter. So answer is all of above. Which of the following activity shall be treated neither as supply of goods nor as supply of service? Okay. Sale of land. Because lease, rent, they are the services and all of the above will be wrong. So sale of land is neither supply of goods and services because it is exempt. It is covered in Schedule 3. I hope you remember in Section 7 of the CGST Act 2017, you have Schedule 1. Yeah, in that you have Schedule 1. Then what is Schedule 1? What is deemed supply? Then what is Schedule 2? Whether this supplies goods or services. And Schedule 3, which is negative. It's not a supply only. So in that crematorium and all, wahan pe tha sale of land. Gift not exceeding 50,000. I hope now by now, so much of revision we have done in regular class, so you must have learned it. Yeah, it shall not be treated as supply of goods or services. 50,000. Next. A hotel provides 4 days, 3 nights package with the facility of the breakfast. Yeah, but this is a mixed supply or composite supply? Very brilliant question. You know what is mixed supply? अब 2-3 question ऐसे ही आएंगे. Mixed supplies individually also it can be supplied, but we are making a combo and supplying oil and shampoo and wafers and like that we have made some hamper. So that is mixed supply. Now, what is composite supply? Composite supply is where something are given complimentary, like here breakfast. But the main purpose to book the hotel is not breakfast. Breakfast is complimentary. It's the stay. So what is the major thing here? The stay. On stay, whatever is the rate of GST, that you will charge. So it's a composite supply. Okay. Here you charge the GST. I'm doing revision also along with this highest rate. Here composite may the main supply. Main supply is not breakfast. Main supply is the trade, you know. So for that, it is going to be taxable. Stay is important here, right? Something needs to be reported. And if people are unnecessarily putting बीच में dispute in our hard work, at least if you cannot comment, if you cannot, feel what hard work is going on right now, you don't have any right to put all rubbish here. है ना? चलो, आ जाओ. I hope this is clear about the mixed and composite supply. It can never be both mixed and composite supply here. Clear? Right. Which of the following are essential elements of mixed supply? Supplies made by a taxable person, supplies made at single price, supply consists of 2 or more items which are sold in combination, but they are not naturally bundled. They can be sold individually. Then they are told as mixed supply. Next, in case of import of goods, did you get one thing? We have completed 103, 102 MCQs, 75 were DT, now remaining 75 we are doing. Tabhi bhi 150 hoga. And last 25 is your MCQs for custom. In case of import of goods, which type of the GST is applicable? It's always IGST. IGST is applicable on import of goods. Reverse charge means the liability to pay the tax is with the recipient. Recipient will pay the tax on reverse charge. Section 9. Which of the following can be issued by government to exempt goods or services on which tax is leviable in exceptional case? Okay. Which of the following can be issued by government to exempt the goods or services? So goods and services exempt is section 11, on which tax is leviable in exceptional case. It's by exemption notification, special order, other notification none, special order. All exemptions are given by way of notification under section 11. But out of that, if there is a change within 1 year, they can issue a special order, right? All right, read the next one and try to answer on your own. Next now. After a long time, someone, kabhi aise nahi hota, I've taken so many lives. In fact, all my crash courses, my marathons, my solving of MTP, RTV, I never record and then upload. I do it live, but never I have come across like this. Some people are having a lot of free time to waste their energy. So they need to be complained of. Give me 2 minutes. I'll just put a complaint for them. Thank you. Chalo. Renting of precincts. Now, you know, this is such a beautiful MCQ. It will help you to revise everything as per your exam. So, you know, when you rent the religious places and trust and temples and all, renting of room, okay, it will be exempt if renting of room per day charges is less than 1,000. Even if it is 1,000, it will be taxable. So it is just 999. Renting of shops or other spaces where charges per month are less than 10,000. Shops and all, you know, in the temple precincts, if there are charges, it's less than 10,000 per month. Renting of room less than 1,000 per month. Renting of premises, community halls, you know, Kalyan Mandapams and all will be 10,000 per day. So answer is all the above are exempt. Okay. For which of the following goods the manufacturer is not allowed? One second. For which of the goods the manufacturer is not allowed to opt for composition scheme? Yeah. Pan masala, ice cream, topical and manufactured tobacco, all of the above. All of the above. These people are not allowed to go for composition scheme. Time of supply of goods where supplier is liable to pay tax under the forward charge. Okay. Whenever you are liable to pay the tax under forward charge, it should be it's for goods, no? So the day goods are going out or the day invoice is issued. The date of actual issue of the invoice or last date when it is required to issue the invoice. Date on which supplier receives. No, it's A or B. Whenever there's supply of goods, the day you have issued the invoice or the day you are liable to issue the invoice, last day. And what's the last day? Movement of goods. Goods cannot go out of the premises without bill. Clear to all of you? Right. Transaction value for computation of value of supply can be rejected. Okay. Transaction value, that is section 15K हिसाब से value of supply will be rejected if buyer and seller are related. It's not arm's length. Buyer and seller are related and price is not the sole consideration. Product is sold at low margin. No. Maximum retail price. No. All of above. No. This. See, for section 15, value of supply, very important is buyers and sellers should not be related. If they are related, then you will not accept that value. Good, clear to all of you. चलो आगे करते हैं. In case of goods disposed of by way of free sample, you cannot avail the ITC. Whenever you purchase the goods, you take ITC and then they are destroyed by fire, or you sell it, or you give it as free sample, you have to reverse the ITC. Recipient can claim the ITC? No. Supplier can claim? No. Supplier cannot claim the ITC, right? ITC can be claimed? No. If you have received the goods and they are destroyed by fire, if you have received the goods and they are given as free sample, if you have received the goods and they are returned or they are sold, you have to reverse the ITC. Clear? Right. Next. If the goods are received in installment, ITC can be availed when you receive the last installment. This is few answers are so clear, no? So I don't want to read ki 50 abhi 50 baad mein and all. Person who is liable to be registered under 22 or 24. 22 is mandatory, 24 is voluntary, shall apply for registration in every state within 30 days from the day he becomes liable. Yeah, that's the time. Tax invoice shall be prepared in dash for goods in triplicate and for services in duplicate. So this is the answer. No, duplicate and triplicate means, sorry, triplicate and duplicate. All right, we are coming to the end of GST questions, and then please share this with CA students also. It's a very good concept to revise your answers with this. And custom is not there for CA students. Once I start the custom, it's your wish to sit if you're writing both exams. I'm so happy. Some of the students are like encouraged to write both exams. Chalo. Check no few ones on your own. What is the annual return? Annual return is a summary of GSTR 1, 3B and 4. All of the above. 1 and 3B and the GSTR 4 which you file in April. Summary of all that is the annual return. Correct? Right. Payment of tax is required before filing the return, after, before or before or at the time of filing the return. या तो पहले कर दो या at the time of filing the return very clearly. Okay, chalo, next now. Aggregate turnover limit. For those who are opting for composition is going to come in 2 marks, 2 bit question or 4 mark question, very small topic and very scoring. Bare minimum weightage is 10 marks. Okay? Right. 1 second, huh, dear students. The calculation of the aggregate turnover to decide the taxable minimum turnover will be based on, okay, see, actually GST registration is state wise, but when you check the aggregate turnover limit for 20 lakhs, 40 lakhs, you have to take it on all India basis. You have to take it on all India basis. Certificate of registration is issued in the form GSTR. There are many forms, but because this is a certificate and you are putting up at your business places, hope you can remember this GSTR REG 06. Okay. Even in customs, there are few questions which are too good, same can be asked. Few not required. बहुत ज़्यादा डिटेल में जा रहे हैं तो हम छोड़ देंगे. ठीक है? Right. Dealers who are not eligible for compounding scheme, okay, who cannot go for the composition scheme. Exporters, importers, import mein to you are putting IGST, right? Interstate suppliers and those liable under RCM. They cannot go for the composition scheme. It's not compounding scheme, it's composition scheme. Next. Various taxes have been subsumed in GST. One nation out of following determine which taxes have been subsumed. Basic custom duty, no. Taxes on lotteries, yes. Taxes on advertisement. 2 and 3 should be the answer. These are the taxes which are subsumed. Okay. Which of the following is not considered as goods under the CGST Act? Okay. See, you remember goods does not include securities and money. 10 paise coin. 10 paise coin is not money because it's not a currency. It has that numismatic value. So very well, it's a good. Shares on unlisted company. It's not goods. Lottery ticket. It's exception. Actionable claims. See, goods does not include actionable claims except lottery, casinos, online gaming, all that we have seen. So this is very well a goods. This is very well a goods. So what is not a goods? First one. Which of the following is not considered as goods? 10 paise coin. Okay. Not considered as goods. So lottery to is considered as goods. 10 paise coin having a sale value of 100. Okay, if you're using it as a currency. Shares and securities are never a part of the goods. So the answer is second one. Actually, even in the first one, if you go in depth, currency, money, goods exclude money, securities, actionable claims. So in money will not be goods. But if they have given a currency which is in rotation, then it will be goods. So not very clear about this MCQ. 122 we have come to. 1 second. And customs few are like I feel बहुत ज़्यादा ही हो रहा है, so I have skipped that. Okay. Few ones we will do it now from our the sheet. Yes. And if you have a doubt, you can ask which one we have completed until now. 121. So let us go to 122. I know. Thank you. Thank you for that concern that, ma'am, you can take it in Zoom and record and then upload so that all this disturbance will not be. It's okay. It's okay. I don't know. That very energy, that confidence is different when you directly take it live rather than recording and uploading. And so many students can ask the doubts also, simultaneously with skill. कोई बात नहीं, वो लोग बोलते भले, हम सुनते भले, नो प्रॉब्लम. चलो. If tobacco leaves, it's not. If tobacco leaves procured from agriculturist by a registered person, the applicability of RCM will be. Okay. Tricky question, I feel. Not tricky, मुझे incomplete लग रहा है. 1 minute. If tobacco leaves are procured from an agriculturist by a registered person, the applicability of RCM will be on the registered person. Reverse charge is applicable. Yeah. Farm produce, if you are buying and you are a registered person who is making branded tobacco pan masala, you have to pay the tax on RCM basis. So reverse charge is applicable. But ABC Travels का तो कुछ नाम नहीं है, joint charge. कुछ answers are not matching. Okay, next, you can leave this. Chalo. For a registered person, threshold limit for opting for composition is 150 lakhs or 1.5 crore. A supply that consists of 2 or even more services would be classified as provision that describes variables that are subject to higher rate of taxation. Okay, if it is higher rate of taxation and 2 or more services, definitely it's a mixed. If it is composite, then it is the principal rate, what you charge, right? So if it is a mixed supply, it's going to be taxable at the highest rate. Can anyone say which section is talking about the mixed supply and the composite supply? If you can quote the section, it's going to be added advantage. Section 8 of the CGST Act. After section 7 supply, it's talking about composite and mixed supply. GST stands for goods and service tax, and it is a tax system that covers a wide range of goods, services, goods, companies, and imports, product and system. Purposely, the answer is this so that you remember that import is also treated as a part of the GST, and there the GST is charged on the basis of IGST. Which of the following is excluded from computation of aggregate turnover? Taxable supply, exempt supply, export, inward supply, on which tax? See, inward supply is my purchases, but I am the recipient, I am purchasing from you. I am paying the tax on RCM basis. I am the recipient, I am the buyer. So this is not a turnover or sale only for me. Rest all three will be included. In case of manufacturer, except ice cream, pan masala, tobacco, for whom concessional rate applicable under the composition scheme, okay, in case of a manufacturer, for whom concessional rate applicable, the rate of tax will be 1%, 0.5 CGST and this under the composition. Clear? Yes. Anyone is having any doubt, ask, otherwise I am going to the next bit then. Ask if you have any doubt. Chalo. Where a registered person under composition scheme can claim input tax credit? No. On his turnover, he's paying some peanuts percentage as the tax and over and out. Nothing. What's this question? What is the time of supply of goods in the forward charge? Date of issue of invoice or last due date when the invoice should be issued. But answer is please not this. Answer is A and B. Little tricky, huh? When you do an exam. These are very nice combinations on how they can ask. What is the time of supply for vouchers which are identifiable? Then the day voucher is issued. If they are not identifiable, then day voucher is redeemed. Which of the following shall not be included in the value of supply? इंटरेस्ट, लेट फी, कमीशन, ये सब तो ऐड करेंगे. टैक्सेस, वैल्यू ऑफ सप्लाई इज ऑलवेज विदाउट द GST and all. Okay, right. Clear to all of you? Yeah. Where you had a doubt that 1% is available? Yeah, there are many people for whom composition rates are given, right? But in case of manufacturer for concessional rate, no, the composition rate for restaurant is not 1% here. It's 2.5% plus 2.5%, that is 5%. Next time you go to a restaurant, you ask for the bill and check the rate bit. It is 2.5 and 2.5 for even the small ones. It's not 1%. Okay. The value of supply should include. I have made very nice small 1 minute snippets for value of supply because it's compulsory going to come for 5 to 7 marks question. Wohi repeat aata hai, and students usually do the mistake in subsidy. So I'm not discussing all that now, but highly recommended that you watch the last 2-3 snippets. And right now, value of supply shall include non-GST taxes, yes, duties, cess, fees, which are separately charged, yes, that to surely we will include. Okay. And interest, late fees or penalty, yes. Subsidies directly linked to price except central government and state government, that will not be included. But private subsidies, yes, and all of the above. So answer is all of the above. Okay, right? Next now, where can the transaction value? See, generally we start only with the transaction value, but transaction value will be rejected if we come to know that the buyers and sellers are not unrelated. The relationship is not at arm's length. Then you cannot accept the transaction value. So when can the transaction value be rejected? When buyer and seller are related. Price is not the sole consideration, right? What deductions are allowed from the transaction value? Okay. Yes, thank you so much for that message. Some of you are like, you're following everything, but you're feeling overwhelming ki pata nahi yaad aayega ki nahi. Definitely, dear students, if you have worked hard in regular class, if you have written the booster notes, you have watched the one-shot revision videos, you will definitely succeed. Okay? अपने आप याद आ जाएगा. And now so many answers if you are not able to give, and if you are referring the material, absolutely okay. कोई ऐसा नहीं है कि all 175 answers you should give on your own. No, please. What deductions are allowed from the transaction value? Packing charges, discounts offered to customer subject to condition, yes. Amount paid by customer on behalf of supplier, no, that's not deducted, that's to added. If I have purchased the goods from you 10 rupees, but on your behalf I paid 3 rupees to him and 7 rupees, oh, 3 rupees, so it will be added. Okay. Freight charges incurred by supplier. No. Rule 30 of the CGST rules provides, if you cannot decide the value of the goods or services, based on that arm's length, then on cost, it will be 110% or the cost of acquisition goods or service. So assume 100 is the cost and profit margin is 10 and take it as transaction value. If you cannot derive the transaction value in routine. Next, where goods being sent or taken on approval for sale or return. Where goods are being sent or taken on approval for sale or return and they are removed, invoice has to be issued either the day you accept or 60 days. Yeah. Before or at the time of supply, or, oh sorry, 60 days was the RCM. If it is goods sold on approval basis, it's 6 months. 6 months from the date of removal, neither you are accepting nor you are giving us the good back. So it is to be taken as accepted and we will prepare the invoice. Yeah. Either the time of supply or 6 months from the date of removal, earlier of the two. Correct. Next. Which of the following, that this is not changed by mistake, don't worry. Which of the following is not a supply under the CGST Act? It's not a supply, okay? Goods which are supplied free of cost to its agent for further supply to customer. Importation of accounting service free of cost from dependent father. It's a supply because it's, though it's from relatives, but it's for business purpose. So any services which are imported from a related person, but it's for business purpose, it's a supply. An expensive watch gifted to an employee for 50,000, no other gifts are given. This will not be a supply up to 50,000, more than 50, so this will also be. A machinery disposed of free of cost. This is a supply. Even if you discard the machinery, whatever is the market value on that day, or 5%, like that, some calculation is there, you have to. So all these are very well supply, except employer giving gift to employee. In income tax, the limit is 5,000. Here it is 50,000. The term casual taxable person, I am registered in Hyderabad. I am going to Mumbai and putting up my stall in an exhibition in Mumbai for 4 days. So for Maharashtra, I will be a casual taxable person. I have to take registration in advance and all other rules will apply. Tax भी advance में pay करना पड़ता है. Registration is not valid more than 90 days. So person occasionally supplying goods or services in a state where he does not have a fixed place. For that state, he is told as CTP. That's the correct answer. Person occasionally supply goods or services in a state where he has fixed place. No. Then to is registered. Both A and B to wrong है क्योंकि B नहीं है, and none of the above be wrong है because A is. So if you are supplying the goods in other state where you don't have a fixed place of business, it is called as what, dear students? It's called as casual taxable person. Mr. X, Delhi, is participating in a furniture expo in Haryana. During expo, he doesn't have a fixed place there. During expo, the said product will be sold. And in such scenario, X shall obtain the registration as CTP. Same question twisted. So I'm not even reading the other bits. Exempted supply will include supply of goods or services which attract nil rate. Non-taxable supply, supply of goods or services which are wholly exempt. Yeah. Wholly exempt in schedule 3 होना चाहिए मेरे ख्याल से. अच्छा. It's not 1, it's 11, under section 11. So exempted supply includes supply of goods or services or both which attracts nil rate, or non-taxable supply, or supply of goods or services or both which are wholly exempt, all of the above. So all of the above. Now, little in-depth some of the questions are, so then I will ask you to skip also. ये तो बड़ा simple है. Which of the following services is notified by government as e-commerce operator? You know, recently 4 cases are added where e-commerce operator will pay the tax. Radio cabs and all, correct. Oyo hotels and all, I gave you example. Services of housekeeping and plumbing. What do you have that? Online. Urban clap and all. So all of these are covered under e-commerce operator and they have to pay the tax. A hotel owner provided accommodation in Haryana through an e-commerce operator. Hotel owner is liable to get registered. Who is the person liable to pay GST? E-commerce operator. E-commerce operator is neither service provider, hotel, nor service recipient, customer. But these are few services in which e-commerce operator will pay the tax. State the tax liability of satellite launch services provided to both international and on. Yeah. ISRO services. So ISRO services, actually ISRO, this one I had to verify. I'll put a note for this. I'll put a note because ISRO services were exempt until now and now they have become taxable. Let me check once. But that's it, ISRO, na? This is by Endrix and others. So it's going to be taxable only. Answer is correct only. It's going to be taxable. ISRO one alone is exempt. Zero rated supply. See, these goods, when supplied by anyone, you have to pay GST 8%, 9%. Just an example. But if these are supplied to SEZ, the rate becomes zero because inside SEZ on the inputs there is no tax. So zero rated supply includes export of the goods and services, supply of goods and services to SEZ, supply of goods and services by to. If you are exporting, see, generally when I sell this product A, the GST is 18%. But if I export, the rate becomes zero because we want our export rate to be competitive with the world rate. So 18% GST nahi lagega if I am exporting. 18% GST will not be charged if I am sending the goods to SEZ. When I am selling it inside SEZ, SEZ is in itself like an export, foreign country inside India. So the answer is both 1 and 2. When SEZ gives supply of goods by SEZ, it's not zero rate. Okay. Tell me if you have any doubts and if things are clear, put me a message. Yeah, ISRO one is clear. ISRO ka service hai to exempt hai. This is all others. So it's very well taxable. Aaja. A registered person is eligible to claim refund in respect of export of goods and services under a bond without payment of IGST and claiming ITC, on payment of IGST and claim refund, none of the above. Both ways it is allowed. See, if you are exporting, what is your output tax? Nil. But on inputs, if you have paid the GST, it will be refunded to you. Okay. If the place of supply is territorial waters, what will be considered as place of supply? The nearby station. अगर पानी है, actual location, no. We are in GST. So even if the place of supply is territorial waters, it will be come to the principal establishment of supplier, any establishment of supplier, no. Coastal state or union territory where nearest point of appropriate baseline. So even if the place of supply is territorial waters, then which place they are going to go? To Kandla port, Goa port, Mumbai port, Vizag. That will be the place of supply. What is the time of supply of service? If invoice is issued within 30 days, then date of invoice or the date, time of supply in case of not goods. Goods hai to date of invoice, actual date of invoice or the date invoice should be issued in case of goods. This is services. Yeah. If invoice is issued within 30 days and for few cases it's 45 days, then date of issue of invoice or date on which payment is received, whichever is earlier. So answer is earlier of 1 or 2. Date when invoice is issued or date on which the supplier receives the payment. If invoice is issued within 30 days, take a pause and listen. I want all of you to check option 2. Option 2, if invoice is not issued in 30 days, 30 days के बाद option दिया, तो date of invoice is not important. Then date of payment or date of provision of service, whichever is earlier. These two, if invoice is not issued. If invoice is issued within 30 days, then date of invoice or date of payment, whichever is earlier. Please remember, it is services. In case of services, on advance payment received also GST is levied. In case of goods, it's not levied. But in case of services, it is levied. Okay? Enjoy this in a learning board. Don't go down कि मैम को याद आ रहा है मुझे तो ये भी याद नहीं आ रहा है. It's okay. You can refer, but learn it for the final exam. Good. And all this will not come in final exam. So why you are thinking ki all 175 answers, you should know the answer. Learn it in the flow. Some of the things, abhi I'll tell you 2-3 important things in custom. They're not asked as MCQ, but for question answer, it's very important. What is the time of supply of service in case of RCM 61st day? So date of payment entered in the books, date immediately following 60 days from the date of issue. So 61st day is the date of time of supply in case of RCM. Okay. Chalo, next. Value of services. Hope everything is clear. Anyone is having any doubt? Bolo koi doubt hai to. Yeah. Another 15-20 minutes and we'll be done. More than 2 hours are over. This takes lot of energy as hardly there is anything which I can say. कि आप करो and I will sit. Value of services rendered is 1 lakh. It's services, huh? So remember, the sooner you get service, on advance received also GST is applicable. Date of invoice is 5th October. Advance received on 25,000 on September. Balance amount received on 7th October. What is the time of supply? Okay. So for 1 lakh, first of all, advance is received 25,000. So charge GST on 20th September. And then invoice should have been issued on 5th October, though balance is received on 7th. So 5th October will be the date of supply for rest, and for advance it is 20th of September. Now see, this MCQ may not be asked as MCQ, but it can be asked for 3 marks. So in one line, just write the answer. Okay, time of supply in case of services is this, and then write your answer. If it is MCQ, only the main answer you have to write. Whether credit on account, a credit on inputs should be available based on receipt of document or receipt of goods, both. If goods are received and invoice is not there, you can't take ITC. If invoice is there but goods are only not received, and in case of lot, last lot when it is received, hai na? Supply of goods to SEZ is treated as zero rated supply. Supply of goods from the SEZ, it will be outside that. Okay? On supply of OIDAR services, online services for person located in taxable territory to a non-taxable territory. Online recipient. Who is liable to pay the GST? Supplier. Supplier will pay who is supplying. And they will take it inclusive of GST. Like right now it is YouTube live, but I am using Zoom so that I can share my screen. Otherwise in YouTube live without Zoom or any other app, you cannot go. है ना? तो अब क्या करेंगे इसको? That it is liable to pay GST and all. So in this case, who will pay the tax and routine? The supplier, no problem. If the location of supplier इंट, अच्छा अब यहां से शुरू हो गए कस्टम्स. Very important. Few questions are over in depth for custom, so I'm going to skip. See, there are 175 MCQs, 75 for DT, 75 for IDT, and last 25 for custom. So custom mein few are very important. They will surely come in 4 marks question. Huh? So you can definitely do that on the first preference. Chalo. If the location of supplier in territorial waters, ये हमने already किया, location, place of supply, same, postal. Limit of exclusive economic zone in the water, it is 200 nautical miles from the nearest point in the baseline. Custom MCQs you have to literally like learn best with understanding, of course. Which of the following is taxable event for the importer of the goods? Now mark this as for sure question. इतना important, मैंने already mark किया. When you import the goods, they will cross the custom barrier. You will present the bill of entry, and they will come in the territorial waters, and they will be unloaded. So what is the taxable event? Ki on this import duty we will levy the day they cross custom barrier. But for payment, this is important. Don't get confused. Like payment when I tried to make, the currency rate was different on the day it came. The date bill of entry, the date territorial and all. So the day presentation of bill of entry, that's the day I'm making payment. Ki, okay, these are my goods I want to clear. So on that date, whatever is the currency rate, you will take. Don't get confused. I'm teaching you extra. Nahi, the taxable event is the day goods cross custom barrier. Market very, very important. All rates of custom duty are given in first schedule. This is made you learn. For the purpose of computing IGST on imported goods, one of the following shall not be included. GST compensation cess. Because it's not genuinely the sale in India. It is import. So on imported goods, of course, charge IGST, but you cannot charge GST compensation cess. सोशल वेलफेयर सरचार्ज लगेगा, एंटी डंपिंग ड्यूटी लगेगा, और नन ऑफ द अबव तो वैसे ही इट्स नॉट राइट. ठीक है ना? सो फ्यू एज आई सेड आर वेरी गुड, फ्यू व्हिच आर द simple ones where insurance amount is not available for ascertaining the assessable value for the custom. The percentage of the FOB will be taken. Now these are fixed rate. Yeah, that if it is free on board, so फिर you have to add na the on-road insurance. So you will take it at a fixed rate of 1.125. So these few rates, dear students, you should learn. Please make sure you like, you comment, whatever you have followed best, and you share it. I'm again saying, don't think with the mindset that all 175 MCQs you should. No, don't get demotivated. It's okay. Sab nahi aane wale exam hai. But it's a superb revision of the concept for MCQs, for some question answers which can be asked. So if the insurance amount is not fixed, charge 1.125% of the FOB. And if transport charges is not available, then you have to charge it at 20%. These are fixed rates given in the Custom Act. Transport charges incurred by importer for transporting the goods from factory to the export. Will you take that also in the cost? Yes. But while importing from the port, the cost of bringing the goods to our place, no, that will not be taken for paying import duty. Import duty ke liye, the value of import on the import station. Yeah, but when you are exporting, you have to take the transport charges. Person in charge for customs include the vessel master by water, train conductor by train, vehicle driver by road. So all the three are called as person in charge. Goods which are same in all the respect, including the physical quantities and all, are called as identical goods. Buying commission shall be included in the assessable value. Okay. Buying commission. No. Buying commission is never a part of the assessable value. Buying commission is always excluded. Purchase value mein nahi aayega. Separately it's taken. So don't take it for charging the import duty. Any article, yeah. But in the FOB, you add this, you add the custom duty, and then whatever price you get, on that you charge the GST. Any article which is imported in India shall be liable to IGST not exceeding the highest rate under section 5 of the IGST Act, that is 40%. 40% से ज़्यादा IGST नहीं लगेगा. Right? Next. Any, I know, I thought it's 175. It's not 175. It's 181. चलो ठीक है, कोई नहीं, कर लेंगे. Any article which is imported in India and is also liable to a duty equal to the excise duty for time being leviable on a like article if produced or manufactured in India. This duty is called as. So any duty, it is leviable equal to the excise duties. You know, we charge anti-dumping duty and all the other duties included for this purpose. It is additional duty. What are the other options? Countervailing duty, special duty, or none of the above. It's additional duty. Additional duty equal to the excise. Okay. Maximum rate of the additional duty is 4%. Now this, if you cannot learn, you can skip. I'm telling you. Some students are like scared, they don't attempt MCQ. Attempt whatever you know best and skip one or two which are not important. In which of the In which of the following conditions are satisfied, central government may provide for enhancement of the import duty? Goods should be specified in first schedule. Central government is satisfied which render it necessary for enhancement of the import duty. Either one or two, or both 1 and 2. Okay. So you want to charge the enhancement, additional duty. Then first they should be mentioned in the first schedule. And central government is satisfied that circumstances which render it necessary for enhancement of the import. If they both are satisfied, the answer is both. This all you can skip. इतने भी in depth नहीं पूछेंगे आपको, appeals and all. Section 14, transaction value shall include any amount paid or payable including the commission and brokerage, engineering, royalty fees, ये सब include होगा. So many times at the time of export, we are to importing. Export ke time pe they charge all this. Very well you will include. Yeah. As per section 14, transaction value shall also include the cost of transportation till the place of importation, insurance, design work. Yes, all. But once you import, then till port clearance expenditure, you know. Oh, this one is very, very important. For import of goods, the conversion in the value shall be done with reference to rate of exchange prevalent on the date of filing of bill of entry. Taxable event is the moment you cross the custom barrier. But the conversion rate is the rate on which you present the document. That is the bill of entry. Okay, that's the correct answer. Then for the purpose of the custom valuation, rate of exchange, you will take off what? RBI, Foreign Dealers Association, CIBIC or none? CIBIC. ये दो बहुत important है for question and answer. For question and answer, dear students, It is very, very important to check this. Subsection 2 of section 14 provides that the board may fix for any class of the imported goods or export goods having regard to trend of the value or like goods by notification it is necessary to do. अच्छा, sometimes if they feel कि no transaction value बहुत कम है, ये तो नुकसान हो जाएगा, instead of transaction value they can give tariff value. So I have in imported 1000 meters of the cloth at 80. They're saying नहीं नहीं बहुत कम है, for payment of custom duty you take 1000 meters at 100. We will take. The term similar good means goods, although not like have same characters and all, but they are procured in country in which goods are being valued, produced by the same person. So they are all called as similar. Yeah. Identical is different and similar is different. Here it is, all of the above. Loading, unloading, handling charges with the delivery of the imported goods at the place of importation will be zero. I told you, once the goods are imported, then they are sent to home. Nothing you will add for that. Where goods are sent back to such country, foreign country, owing to which of the following reason it is considered as re-exportation. देखो, goods not conforming to the specification of the order, तो वापस भेज दो. Goods not permitted to be imported. Goods after being imported are temporarily related in the country and later taken out. In other words, the very objective of importation was limited to temporary retention. Okay. In all these cases, you can re-export the goods. Okay. All right. So almost we are coming to the end of this identifiable goods and all. You don't have actually itna pura detail. Identifiable goods, ये भी नहीं इतना कोई. Yeah, civic of course. Civic has clarified that safeguard the anti-dumping. These are so that our goods are in par with the world rates, are rebatable as duty drawback in terms of section 75. Okay, if you remember, fine. So you can literally skip what I have skipped because it's not that they are not good, but if you try to read everything and you're not able to remember, please read by exception. And few ones I have star marked like married minor daughter. Here also bill of entry and all. GST also like in the precincts section 11, zero rated supply. So like this, just do it. If you have any doubt, comment below. And if you really felt your 2 hours and 15 minutes are worth it, then do share it with others. Your comments really motivate us. Marathon 1, Marathon 2, one-shot revision videos, MTPs, RTPs. So much is coming in the live sessions. So take benefit of that and prepare super duper well. All the best to all of you. You will surely remember what you have studied. Trust me, dear students. All the best. Very all the best. God bless you all. Any doubts you have, there's Telegram. There's number also I've given in the video. So you can message. Don't call on that number. It's office number. Every time someone will not lift it. So please be in touch with us. Okay? Right. All the best. Bye, all of you. Thank you so much for trusting me that I can help you for MCQs. Any more suggestions?